Hello, lovely people. Welcome to my channel. It's Hila here, Hila at home, and thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Today's video is a favorites video, which is oddly enough one of my favorite videos to make, in which I share with you the things that I have been absolutely loving using this previous month. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, because we're just going to dive straight into it, is the perfume that I have been loving this month, which is quite surprising for me. And that is the Viva La Juicy. And this is their original one. So I have a small travel size one for now, which has got like a cute little bow detail. And when I first got Viva La Juicy, I actually got the Viva La Juicy Gold Couture because I quite liked that one as well. It's quite springy and sparkly. And this came along with it as a free sample. And it was all fine. And I wasn't really using it because my preference had been the Gold Couture. But with the Gold Couture is it lasts. It's like a beast mode of a perfume, and it will be on you like 12, 14 hours down the line. And sometimes I have actually come to appreciate a perfume that doesn't stay with you all day. I quite now appreciate perfumes that will last about 6 hours on me, and then by the time I get to evening time, I don't have a strong perfume fragrance on me at all. So I have begun to really appreciate those sorts of perfumes, and Viva La Juicy is just such a perfume. It is very bright, springy, floral, and smells really, really lovely. And it's not overwhelming. It's not a very strong, offensive fragrance at all. And it's just the sort of fragrance that you can happily wear for basically any occasion. If I have to go out and run an errand, it's fine. If I'm at home and I'm cleaning the house, it's just a lovely smell that just makes me feel, ah. And so I've been loving it, surprisingly, and I have found myself reaching for this a lot more. And it also helps that it's got a pink little bow, which I think is super cute. So it doesn't have the same lasting power beast mode status that, say, the Gold Couture or the Noir have. But I think that this is a lovely little fragrance that is basically usable in just about any situation. And it is completely inoffensive because it's the sort of fragrance that a lot of people are used to smelling, and that makes it inoffensive. But at the same time, it's lovely. So the next thing that I have has to do with nail care. So I've been absolutely loving looking after my nail. I'm a late comer to the nail game, but I am trying to make up for lost time. And I absolutely love how I feel when my nails and my hands are looked after. And it's just really, really wonderful. And I started off by using an acetone nail polish remover, which I quickly realized was drying out the skin around my nails. And so I discovered this Sally Hansen acetone-free nail polish remover, and it has been a game changer for me. So number one, it doesn't have the strong alcohol smell that you normally get with the other type of nail polish remover, which my children were constantly complaining every time that I would get my kit out to start removing the nail polish. They'd be like, oh, what smells? But not so with this one. So it doesn't smell anywhere near as bad. And it also has some vitamin E oil and some chamomile. So it has a moisturizing component to it, and of which I never realized that nail polish remover could actually moisturize as well, which it does. So I actually ended up having to throw out the other half bottle that was left of the acetone nail polish remover because I couldn't even go back to using it at all. I'm definitely converted to the acetone free one, and it works just as well. I still use the round cotton pads to remove it, and it does such a great job without the strong smell, without drying out my fingernails. So that's the Sally Hansen one. And I picked this up from Wilkinson's when I was shopping around for gardening stuff, and I saw it and I was like, I'm just going to try it. And I love it. Use it all the time. Okay, moving on to skincare now. I have been loving the Aldi Lakura skincare dupes for a while now, and I shared a haul some time ago. But this is a banging day cream. So this is the Lakura Cavia SPF 15 day cream. and it feels really, really nice when you put it on. It's smooth and it goes on beautifully. It's a lovely little cream, as you can see over there. It's got a lovely consistency, very, very rich. And it does the job. It creates a very nice, soft, matte finish on the skin. And on top of the SPF 15, which is supposed to be a good thing anyway. The only issue that I have with this is because it does have this SPF cream in it. And when you use SPF, you know that if you get that stuff in your eye, it stings like a, it really stings. And you have to be careful when applying this because of that. So several times when I was using it, I would just forget and I would put it on in the same way that I normally would put on, say, my squalane or Aveeno cream. And I would get some in my eye and I would spend the next hour just going like, but I have learned that I have to be super careful with it and I have to keep it away from my eye. But it is actually a really good day cream. I think that it does the job, does what it says it's going to do. Highly recommend this, highly loving it at the moment. Plus, it's got just a really lovely, in terms of looks, this looks very, very luxe. So that's the Cavia, Lakura Cavia Illumination Day Cream with SPF 50. So keeping with the Lakura theme as well, I have been loving this particular Pixie Glow dupe, which is the Healthy Glow Rose Toner. And this has got hyaluronic acid and rose and elderflower. So it does have a slight fragrance to it, like a really rose tea. If you're familiar with rose tea, it kind of has that rose tea smell. And I personally find it to be very, very calming at night. And yeah, and it's got this very fresh smell to it. And I've been using this twice a day. And this is going to last you ages, by the way, especially if you don't use the cotton pads. So it is a toner, but it's not an astringent toner that's going to make your skin feel very harshly treated or tight. It's a moisturizing toner. I use this after I've cleansed my face and I've put my serum on, and then I will just put a little bit onto my hand, maybe like 2 or 3 drops of it, because it does spread really well. And I'll spread it onto my hands and then I'll pat it onto my face, my neck, and my décolletage. I don't use the pads with the toners because that wastes a lot of the product, because by the time you've soaked your cotton wool and then you sort of like just dab it across, you've wasted something like 80% of the product. And it's so much better to use the hands. That's what I have just basically found. And what I then do is I will then tap it onto the backs of my hands as well, because you got to look after your hands as well. You can't be having perfect looking skin on your face and your hands are all dried and wrinkled up. So this works really well in that way. And I have absolutely been loving it. And this will last you ages. So I've been using this daily now for nearly 4 weeks, and I've only made this much of a dent. Because again, when you use your hands with the toner, you don't actually need a lot of it and it spreads really well. So that's the Lakura Healthy Glow rose toner. Absolutely loving it. This is a dupe for a Pixie high branded thing, and I think that it does really well, and my skin has been feeling extra smooth for it. There's this book that I absolutely love, and I've just been enjoying rereading it again, and this is the Japanese Skincare Revolution. And it's written by Chizu Saeki, and she was just amazing when it came to skincare. Her entire life was dedicating to helping women learn how to look after their skin. I got this a year ago, and this was a big game changer for me in terms of how I approach my skincare and how I use my hands to look after my skin, and I pay attention to what my skin needs. And because of this book, I am now more aware of the changes that happen with my skin according to my monthly cycle as well. Because yes, you do have a broad general idea of what your skin is, whether it's combination oily or dry or whatever, but it changes throughout your cycle according to any hormonal changes that you have. And this has been amazing. So there are parts where I realize that my skin is dry and I need to focus more on moisturizing, or when my skin gets oilier according to the cycle and I have to change up what I use a little bit. So this has been absolutely brilliant. And this is about skincare philosophy. It's not just about products and applying more products or anything like that. I love this book and I highly recommend this book. I'm always telling anybody who's interested in skincare within my actual circle of people, I'm just like, do check out this book. It is banging. I got it off of Amazon. And it's a bedside table book. I do keep this on my bedside, but it's brilliant. And she talks a lot about massage, lymphatic massage, which has just become a part of my routine now. And it's helped reduce puffiness around my eyes first thing in the morning. And it's just amazing. So I do recommend that you check this out. I love rereading it because I'm always picking out something else, something new about it. So that's The Japanese Skincare Revolution by Chizu Saeki. And moving on to some self-care routine, I am a huge believer of self-care. With 5 kids and running a 7-person household, I do need to keep my cool so that I can be the best me that I can be for my family, who are the most important thing in my life. And one of the things that I love doing is having a nice cup of some tea. So I don't actually drink black tea, your Earl Greys or your whatevers and all that. I've never liked them and I don't drink them. I do like green teas and herbal teas to have. But this one has just been so awesome. And this is a Jasmine Yin Hao tea bags. And it's got like this really beautiful, strong jasmine fragrant tea, which just tastes so refreshing and energizing and invigorating. And so I have a real ritual around drinking this tea. Let me just show you what the tea bag looks like, because it's not in a what I would say a traditional tea bag. So it's like in this little silk organza bag here, and it's actual tea leaves. And I let it steep for about 5 to 6 minutes at 91 degrees Celsius. And it just is, it's so deeply floral and so beautifully calming. There is something to having a ritual around drinking your tea and drinking good quality teas. So it's very special. And I'll only have it once every couple of days or so, because I love how special it feels. So that's Jasmine Yin Hao tea bags. So those are my favorites for May, and I hope that you've enjoyed them. And if you did, do give the video a big thumbs up down below. If you're not already, do subscribe. I enjoy putting out lifestyle content ever so regularly, and all you can count on is that you'll get a dose of positivity on your feed. Now it's your turn. Do let me know if you've used any of these, and let me know what you think about them in the comments down below. And as always, I wish you blue skies, health, and happiness. Until next time, take care. Bye.